Welcome back. Today I will discuss about the data analysis. The data collected from the respondent is generally not in the form to be analyzed directly. After the responses are recorded or received, the next stage is the data of preparation to make the data amenable for the appropriate analysis. Types of data analysis. The types of data analysis, first is qualitative data analysis technique and second is quantitative data analysis techniques. In quantitative data analysis or quantitative research, data is measurable. For example, size of the market, rate of the product usage, etc. The quantitative research or quantitative data features are data collected is numerical in nature. Data collection methods are mail questionnaire, personal interview, telephonic interview, etc. The characteristic of quantitative research: sample size used is very large. Structured questionnaire is used for data collection. In qualitative research, measurability is very difficult or not possible. The feature of these kind of research are normally exploratory research, and the characteristics: sample size used is usually small. Unstructured questionnaire is used for data collection. There are four major techniques in qualitative research. They are depth interview, and second is Delphi technique. Delphi method is a process used to arrive at a group opinion or decision by surveying a panel of experts. Experts respond to several rounds of questions, and the responses are aggregated and shared with the group after each round. Deeply held attitudes and motivations are often not verbalized by the respondent when questioned directly. Indeed, respondents may not even be aware that they hold these particular attitudes, or may feel that their motivation reflect badly on them. And third technique is focused group, and the last technique is projective technique. Projective techniques allows respondent to project their subjective or true opinion and beliefs onto other people or even objects. The respondent's real feeling are then inferred from what he or she says about others. Projective techniques are normally used during individual or small group interviews. These are the some basic differences in focus, sample design, interpretation, qualitative data and quantitative data. The qualitative data normally focus to understand and interpret, and the quantitative data analysis focus, describe, explain and predict. The sample design of qualitative data analysis normally non-probability purposive. In quantitative data analysis, it is probability. The interpretation of qualitative data analysis, it relies on interpretation and logic. Qualitative researchers present their analysis using text and arguments, while in quantitative data analysis, the researcher present their research using graph and tables after analysis. The procedure and rules for qualitative data analysis has no set of rules, but rather guidelines are there to support the analysis. In quantitative data analysis, there are standardized procedure and rules to analyze data. In qualitative data analysis, the occurrence analysis simultaneously with data collection. In quantitative data analysis, it occurs after data collection is finished. In terms of method, the qualitative data analysis may vary depending on the situation. In quantitative data analysis, method of quantitative are determined in advance as a part of study design. Next topic is Bivariate correlation analysis. Bivariate analysis refers to simultaneous analysis of two variables. It is usually undertaken to see if one variable, such as gender, is related to another variable, perhaps attitudes towards male or female equality. This could be a technique which comes in terms of linear correlation, simple regression, and two-way ANOVA. Person's correlation coefficient, suppose R, measures the direction and strength of the linear association between two numerical paired variables in a Bivariate correlation analysis. The person correlation coefficient varies over a range of +1 through 0 to -1. The designation R symbolizes the coefficient estimate of linear association based on sampling data. In linear correlation, the correlation between two variables is said to be a linear if corresponding to a unit change in the value of one variable, there is a constant change in the value of other variable. That is, increase of linear correlation, the relation between the variable x and y is of the type of y is equal to a plus bx, where y is dependent variable, x is independent variable, and a and b are constant. If a is equal to 0, the relation becomes y is equal to bx. In such cases, the value of the variables are in constant ratio. Nonlinear or curvilinear correlations. The correlation between two variables is said to be nonlinear or curvilinear is corresponding to a unit change in the value of one variable does not change at a constant rate but at fluctuating rate of other variables. Simple regression. The dictionary term of regression is the act of returning or going back. The term regression was first used by Sir Francis Galton in 1877 while studying the relationship between the height of father and son. The regression equation of y on x, the summation of y is equal to n a plus b summation of x. Similarly, the summation xy is equal to a summation of x plus summation of x square. The regression equation of x on y summation of x is equal to n a plus b of summation y, and summation xy is equal to a summation of y plus summation of y square. Next technique is ANOVA. Professor R. A. Fisher was the first man who used the term variance. Later Professor Snedeker and many others contributed to the development of this technique. ANOVA is essentially a procedure for testing difference among different group of data for homogeneity. The essence of ANOVA is that the total amount of variation in a set of data is broken into two types. That amount which can be attributed to specified causes. There may be a variation between samples and also within sample items. Through ANOVA, one can investigate the number of factors which are hypothesized are said to influence the dependent variables. Two-way ANOVA involves only two categories, variables or factor, and examines the effect of these two factors on the dependent variable. For example, the sales of Hyundai Verna car may be attributed to different salesmen and different states. It examines the interaction between the different levels of these two factors. Similarly, the production of a particular product in a factory may be attributed to different types of machines as well as the different grades of executives. Procedure for two-way ANOVA: first is identify dependent and independent variables, partition or decomposition of total variation, then calculate variation, calculate degree of freedom, calculate mean square, calculate F statics or F ratio, determine level of significance, and then interpret the results. Multivariate data analysis. The multivariate data analysis refers to any statistical technique used to analyze data that arises from more than one dependent variables. Most of the applied and behavioral researchers we generally resort to multivariate analysis. Multivariate analysis methods are typically used for consumer and market research, quality control and quality assurance across a range of industries such as food and beverage, paint, pharmaceutical, chemicals, and telecommunications. Process optimization and process control, research and development. Multivariate techniques transforms a mass of observation into a smaller number of composite score in such a way that they may reflect as much information as possible contained in the raw data obtained concerning a research study. The contribution of this technique is arranging large amount of complex information in the real data into simplified visible form. The multivariate methods could be two types: dependence methods and independence method. The dependence method further how many variables are dependent, one or many. If it is one, then whether is it metric, yes or no. If it is metric, then use multiple regression. If no, use multiple discriminant analysis. If dependent variables are many, then are they are metrics? If yes, then use multivariate analysis of variance. If no, then use canonical analysis. For interdependence method, factor analysis, cluster analysis, and multidimensional scaling analysis can be done. Regression analysis. It is a statistical process for estimating the relationship among variables. Regression analysis help one understand how the typical value of dependent variable changes when any one of the independent variable is varied, while the other independent variables are held fixed. In that case, use the regression analysis. It is the most widely used techniques for the forecasting. Regression analysis is also used to understand which among the independent variables are related to the dependent variable and to explore the forms of these relationships. In restricted circumstances, regression analysis can be used to infer causal relationship between the independent and dependent variables. In multiple regression analysis, there are three or more variables, say x1, x2, and x3. We now take x1 as a dependent variable and try to find out its relative moment for moments in both x2 and x3, which are independent variables. Thus, in multiple regression analysis, the effect of two or more independent variables on one dependent variable is studied. Discriminant analysis. In this analysis aims to studying the effect of two or more predictor variables on certain evaluation criteria. These evaluation criteria is categorized into two groups. They may be good or bad, like or dislike, successful or unsuccessful, etc. For example, while grouping investment alternative based on return, the criteria of the rate of return will be categorized into good or bad, while grouping product by consumer in terms of their flavor, the criteria will be like or dislike, while grouping the performance of an employee after training program, the criteria will be above expected level or below expected level. Factor analysis. Factor analysis is a technique used to study a relationship or interrelationship among many variables. The main purpose of the factor analysis is to group large set of variable factor into fewer factor. Each factor will account for one or more component. Each factor is a combination of many variables. In factor analysis, the interdependence technique is used. That is, the variables are not classified as a independent or dependent variable, but their interrelationship is studied. Factor analysis is used to draw inferences on unobservable quantities such as intelligence, musical ability, patriotism, consumer attitudes that cannot be measured directly. The goal of factor analysis is to describe correlation between measured traits in terms of the variation in few underlying and unobservable factors. Factor analysis is a method of investigating whether a number of variables of interest are linearly related to a small number of unavoidable factors. The observed variables are modeled as linear combination of the factor plus error. The basic principle of factor analysis is they start with the large number of variables. Find minimum number of underlying factors or principal components that together account for the pattern of intercorrelation among observed variables, and then variables must be coded in similar ways. Purpose of factor analysis. The first purpose is to identify underlying dimensions or factors. Factor analysis strives to identify underlying dimensions or factors that explain the correlation among a set of variables, and to identify a new smaller set of uncorrelated variables. And third objective or purpose of the factor analysis is identify a smaller set of salient variables. Interpreting results of factor analysis. Interpretation is facilitated by identifying the variables that have large loading on the same factor. That factors can then be interpreted in terms of one variable that load light on it. Plot the variables using the factor loading as coordinates. Variables that have a high loading describe the factors. If a factor cannot be clearly defined in terms of the original variable, it should be labeled as undefined or a general factor. Method of factor analysis. There are two most commonly employed procedures of factor analysis are principal component analysis and another is common factor analysis. The principal component analysis, when the objective is to summarize information from a large set of variables into fewer factors, principal component factor analysis is used. It is a technique for forming set of new variables that are linear combinations of the original set of variables and are uncorrelated. The new variables are called principal component. These variables are fewer in number as compared to the original variables, but they extract most of the information provided by the original variables. Common factor analysis. If the researcher wants to analyze the component of the main factor, common factor analysis is used. It is a statistical approach that is used to analyze interrelationship among a large number of variables or indicators and to explain these variables in terms of a few unobservable factors. In fact, these factors impact the variables and are reflective indicators. And the common factor analysis helps in assessing the image of the company, enterprise, attitude of sales personnel and customers. Factor analysis example are the its purpose, customer feedback about a two-wheeler manufacturer or a company. Method, the marketing research manager prepare a questionnaire to study the customer feedback. The researcher has identified 6 variables or factors for this purpose. They are as follows: fuel efficiency, durability of life, comfort, spare parts availability, breakdown frequency, and price. The application of factor analysis has led to a grouping the variables as follows: A, B, D, E into factor 1, F into factor 2, and C into factor 3. Factor 1 can be termed as a technical factor. Factor 2 can be termed as a price factor, and factor 3 can be termed as a personal factor. For further analysis, while conducting a study to obtain customers' opinion, 3 factors mentioned above would be sufficient. The basic purpose of using factor analysis is to reduce the number of independent variables in the study. Too many independent variables, the MR study will suffer from following disadvantage. Time for data collection is very high due to several independent variables. Expenditure increases due to the time factor. Computational time also is more and resulting a delay in outcome or getting the output of the study. Thank you for the today's lecture. Meet you in next lecture. Thank you.